Let's bring up the old microphone. We got 2 callers already? Come on. Well, let's go ahead and take the first caller. It's probably a robo-dialer. Robo-dialer, you're on BRADVICE.
Topic would Matt Diamond, and the topic would be advice on angel investors if they're necessary.
Why would you need angel investors?
Uh,
Why would you need angel investors?
or a company startup.
Company startup in 5 seconds.
Wait, what? Oh shit! I was like, I thought that was a robot. Oh shit! Oh man.
What's up, buddy?
Um, hey man, I'm doing well, man. Doing well. I just saw the
Let me
number was
see what
on
they
there,
say.
so I wanted to reach out and see what it was about and get some advice on
Yeah,
if
close. Nice.
if
I want to see my
you
wrinkles.
believe in the concept.
I'm
Oh, sorry.
listening. I'm listening, son. Don't worry.
Yes, yes. So I was wondering what you think about pointing towards investors when you have a startup, or going towards the route of just waiting until the money's good to pump into it. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, why do I only have 2 choices would be my first question. Are you a limited thinker? Is it either A or B, black or
No,
white, up or down, start
well,
or stop?
I mean, if
Or there
there's
are
more,
no other
yeah,
options available in the world? That would be my
well,
first question, youngster. Hey, what is your name, by the way?
yes, yes, Matthew Diamond.
Matthew Diamond?
Yes, yes, yeah, like the ring.
Yeah, is that your real name?
Yeah, that's actually my real name,
That's a kick-ass last name you got stuck with, dude. Matt
dude. I
Diamond
appreciate
sounds
that, man.
sounds
Thank you.
sounds like a freaking male stripper's name.
I mean, hey, I'm
Come
not a
see the
male stripper,
Thunder
but
from
I
Down Under,
appreciate
starring Matt Diamond.
it. Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
listen, Matt,
I
Matt
mean, hey,
Diamond.
you have a kick-ass name too.
Brad
Yes,
Lee.
yes,
Brad
man.
Lee is a kick-ass name too.
I think Bradley's like, yeah,
Well,
man. I
dude,
mean, it
listen,
sounds like
I'm, hey, I'm happy with Bradley because they were gonna call me Brock.
really, Brock's a pretty kick-ass name, though. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
lie.
not with my last name because then I would have been Brock Lee.
That's yeah. That would have been fantastic.
Which
See,
camera's
if you
mine up
went
there?
vegan though, then it would have been perfect.
No, it's going to be.
No, but I mean, hey,
So how do I know which goes?
Bradley is still a pretty kick-ass name.
Like right now, which camera do I look at? All right, thanks, buddy.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
listen.
sorry.
Here's my answer. With all kidding aside, you ready? Here's my answer.
Yes, yes.
You want to get investors as soon as you can, in some cases, and then in other cases, you don't ever want to get investors if you can. So the question would be depends on
Mm,
the details, or the answer I should say. It depends on the details. Should I get investors or should I not get investors? Well, you should get investors if you need investors because without them you're going to fail. Well, then you need to get investors. But if you're like, I don't need investors, well, then why in the hell would you even entertain investors? Here's the reasons you get investors. You
mm,
ready?
mm.
You listening, motherfucker?
Yes, I am. I am.
Is there a delay?
No, no, no. I can hear you.
All right, just making sure because I like to have two-way conversations. Sometimes I think the phone
Of
dropped
course,
and
of
I'm
course.
like, is he still fucking there?
No, I'm the same way. I totally get that.
All right, anyway, there's 2 reasons you want to consider investors. Number one, you have to have them or you're going to go out of business. You don't want to go out of business, right? Well, then get
Mm,
investors. Okay, that's the old one time. And then the other time would be when the investors can accelerate and provide more than you would have. In other words, let's say you would have grown it to a $10 million company in 10 years, right? But with
mm,
investors, you would grow it to a $100 million company, maybe in 3 years.
mm,
Well, again, depending on what your actual long-term goals are, would determine whether or not I would advise you to bring on investors. But I would say just regular general advice would be, or Bradvice, I should say, would be if you can help it, don't sell any of your company and build it yourself,
Mhm.
because then you don't butt heads with anybody but you.
See, I really do love that advice. Like, I think that is tremendously helpful. I really appreciate it. The only thing is, and the only counterfactor that pops into my head is regarding the patent. So me and my friend, we thought of this concept,
There's a story.
and
There's a story.
yes, there's a story, but an expedited edition, not the long vast version. But
Hey,
basically
let me
we're
hey,
looking.
ready? Hey, watch the magic finger. Remember the
Yes,
magic finger? Okay,
yes,
if
yes.
I just for everybody knows the rules, like Portnoy, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
Mm.
Stories, everybody knows the rules, and then click,
Of course,
we
yeah, yeah,
go
of
to the
course.
next caller.
It, yeah, yeah. This
But
isn't a
apparently,
story.
my guy
It's
don't know the
literally like
rules.
less
So the
than five
rules
seconds.
are, my finger goes like that for any reason, the call gets dropped. We move on to the next one. Okay, so now we got to find us. Oh, see, now you're selecting your own. Remember, now I can see. I say, oh, there's a good one. All right, Andrew, let's go. You're
Hello.
up, buddy. You're up, buddy.
Hey, Brad.
Welcome to
I've
Brad
seen
Vice,
your.
Andrew. Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Atlanta.
And let me ask you a few questions, Andrew. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. No delay?
No, it sounds good.
Good. And let me ask you this. What platform are you watching me on right now? You're
On
not,
Instagram.
because you had to call in. That's what I'm trying to tell these people. You got to call in. This is a call in show. This is Brad Vice where you call in. I got to get some details to give you the best advice. And now we got Andrew from Atlanta calling in to get some advice from Brad Lee. And that's the Brad Vice. Andrew, what's your question? You know the rules?
Yeah,
What
I
are the
think
rules?
so.
What are the rules?
If you do something with your finger, they hang up on you.
No, you must have been watching the last 5 minutes. You said, when you do something with your finger, you hang up on me. No, that's instructions to my crew. The rules are no stories, and the reason why I say no stories, guys, is because we'll be here for 90 minutes, and I can take one caller, and everyone gets bored. Like, we're trying to spread some kick-ass advice out into the world and help people solve problems. Like, you're calling in because you got a question, you got a problem of sorts, and you're getting Brad's advice to hopefully get past it. And even though I say it funny sometimes, it's good freaking advice or I wouldn't be giving it. So, and by the way, sometimes I'll pull
Hmm.
out my phone and tap into my extensive Rolodex and I'll get you an answer from someone else instead of me if I don't have it. But this is Brad Vice. So when I say no stories, it's simply so we can have time to help more people. Does that make sense, Andrew? And by the way, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
times, a
Nah,
lot of
definitely.
times, I should make two more rules. Remind me. And another reason is because, like, I'll ask you questions if I need them. What if I don't need them? I can just answer your question and you can go take action. You
Hmm.
don't need to tell your story, do you? But see, most people, folks, and
Yeah.
this is almost like a coaching program too. Why? Well, because I'll give you my opinion of things. And my opinion is a lot of times people want to tell their story because they want to be heard. Well, again, this ain't a fucking, you know, lay on my shoulder and tell me your problems. It's advice. Like, what would you do in this situation, dude? My girl just did this. I did. Someone that says at Bradley over there, by the way. By the way, the scroller. Look, it says at Bradley someplace. Change it. It ain't at Bradley. It's at the real Bradley. But anyway, I'm wasting time. Andrew, what advice you need, buddy?
Okay. So thank you. You're married, right?
I am.
Okay. So as I'm sure you know, when you are successful financially, every girl wants to get married to you for real. So
That's not true.
um, it's more common than if you're not financially successful. We could agree on that.
I would say that when you're financially successful, a lot more women find you more attractive than they would have if you were a broke joke. Yes. But just because you
Okay.
have money doesn't
So
mean
do you
women fall.
believe?
Hey, Andrew, I'm just telling you, just because you have money doesn't mean women are going to fall in love with you. It means that you're going to attract more opportunities to allow them to fall in love with you or get them to fall in love with you. having money doesn't make them fall in
Right.
love with you. Just FYI, bro. And if anybody out there thinks that's true, put it in the comments. I'd love to debate your ass. Call in 347-252-6364. Love to talk to someone who thinks just having money makes them fall in love. But I get your point. You're saying, hey,
Well, I didn't say love you. I
dude, I
said
got this
they want to
recorded,
marry you.
fool. I got this recorded. I'll hit rewind. And
Yeah, I didn't say they're gonna want to love you. I said they're gonna want to marry you. That's two different things.
well, again, you might have said that, but let me just say this: wanting to marry you, for example, I would assume that means they love you.
Or you can do something for them. I'm from
Yeah.
Atlanta,
What do you want
so
to
a
say?
lot of women here are not looking for love. They're looking for a come up.
Oh, say it again, Andrew.
I said, at least where I'm from in Atlanta, a lot of women are not looking for love. They're looking for a come up, which takes place
Yee.
in the form of marriage a lot of times.
I hear you. Okay. What's your question? What advice you need?
Well, I'm just wondering, do you believe that, like, obviously you believe that your wife was a good person to marry, and that is a financial decision, marrying somebody. It's going to tie into your finances one way or another.
You
So
know
I'm
that's
wondering,
right.
do you believe that someone you marry maybe 15, 20 years down the line could have changed into someone who's not the same? And do you consider that an acceptable risk? I mean, obviously you do, but
Obviously, I do, but you
do
have
you
to
consider
understand.
that a risk?
Well, Andrew, you have to understand. In my situation, you said obviously you do. Well, number one, if somebody's worried about divorce in the future, and you're like, hey, what if this don't work? Well, then don't get married. Okay, you only should be getting married if you are 100% believing that it's going to work. Now, again, it might not work. Once time tells, you might been correct, but if you're not 100% sure you want to be married forever to the person you're going to marry, I would suggest don't get married at all anyway. Why would you think, well, what if shit
And
don't
that's the
work out?
problem.
Like, why would anyone actually proceed with a wedding and be married to someone when they think, oh shit, what if it don't work out? You know,
Well, I mean, I
what
don't
if I
think
come home and the
anyone goes
neighbor's
into
banging
it
her
like
better
that.
than I did? Oh, what do I do? Like, I don't do that, dude. You know what I do? I say, let me ask myself a question. Do I love this person and do I want to spend the rest of my life with them? And then the answer is yes at the time. Because again, I've been married twice. I mean, if my third wife heard me say that, she might get pissed, but I don't count her because it wasn't real. But I've been married twice for real, and you know, in my opinion, if someone says they were married 15 times, I'd say was each one better than the last? I don't ever see someone going, damn it, my ninth wife, I should have just been nice to her. But there are people out there that you'll hear that from. Why? Because they regret losing somebody. Well, where does that go? Well, here's where it goes, bro. If you're not 100% sure you want to marry somebody and be with them forever, I would say just don't get married to them at all. But we're going to the gold digging question. So a guy's got money, all these gold diggers out there looking for to come up. What else? What's your
I mean, I
question?
wasn't
Question.
really even going in the direction of the gold digging. I just have a cousin. I know it's not a story, but he basically lost
No, this
millions
is
on a
this is
divorce.
a story, but I'm
And his
enjoying it so far, so I'll allow this one to continue.
okay, well, super
Look at
short.
look at
He
Lee
lost
C
millions,
said this show
and he
sucks,
was
but yet he's
telling me.
watching it like a dipshit. You'll never catch me watching
Basically, he
something that I
just
think sucks. FYI, Lee. Oh look, dude, it's a
yeah.
hater. I love haters. Lee C. Oh, I can't be a hater back, or they'll suspend me and suppress me, won't they? These are what they're called troll guys. I don't know if you're allowed to beat that guy up for me. No, I ain't talking physically. I'm talking about on the comments. Everybody here is like, I will. No, I'm talking about in the comments. Like, go beat him up. Like, what's he saying? I'm a husband and a failure. You're a failure of a husband. What a dick. Anyway, Andrew, don't mean to keep ignoring you, brother. So, I I want to know literally, like, why are you asking this, bro? You wanted some advice related to somebody like getting married, not getting married. Do I think it's a good risk to get married? Dude, honestly, I think marriage is a really, really stupid thing to do financially. There is no benefit to getting married uh, for the person with the money. Okay, there's no benefit financially.
Mhm.
See, I'll get the word financially edited out and get roasted for saying this, but it's still the truth. there's no benefit to marriage financially. Okay, I would advise if someone came to me and there was no emotion involved whatsoever, and someone said, "Should I get married to this person?" I'd say the fact that you're even fucking asking me if you should means you shouldn't, because you're not certain. If you're not certain, don't do it. Now, when it comes to, do I think chicks like guys with money better than they do with no money? Absolutely, bro. And so if you have money and you're asking yourself like, man, should I even get married? What if it screws around in 14 years? Well, dude, theoretically, that's real. Happens all the time, bro. Divorces are real. Okay, 67% of divorces, or I think 67% now, end in divorce. What do you think the other 33% ends up, Andrew?
Depressed.
Death. Okay, so you're either going to get divorced or you're going to die. That ain't a very good proposition. Because out of all marriages, 67 will divorce, 67%, and 33 will die. So you're either going to die or get divorced. Now what? You think that's a good proposition?
Do you have a prenup?
I don't need a prenup because I don't own anything. Guys, prenuptials are for people with a lot of assets and a lot of things and a lot of possessions and a lot of wealth and a lot of money. Prenups are not for people who control like assets and money. They got to be for people that have them. And I don't have anything. I just control everything. Can I get it? Come on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that, or no?
So you set it up a certain way, basically.
See, Andrew's smart, dude. Listen, dude, you're from Atlanta. What's your background? What do you do for a living?
I'm an entrepreneur. I just started a business, but I've been in software sales for the last 10 years.
And you're an entrepreneur now. That's code for out of a job?
No, I started a business 3 months ago. It's been going good.
Right. So when I said, what do you do? Why'd you say what you used to do?
It's still new, I guess. It's weird to say that.
My murderer's here? What?
It's in construction.
Oh, you started a construction biz?
It's really water restoration. So, drying out properties, basically. Good margins there.
Well, listen, that's what I call a blue-collar work or home services. And blue-collar work and home services is going to get extremely valuable over the next 5 years, more valuable than it's ever been, because there's less of you than there's ever been. So again, try to have AI come fix your toilet. Ain't gonna happen. Try to get freaking AI to put a roof on your house. Try to get AI to come fix water filtration. Come get AI to freaking come and do water restoration. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, you jumped into good business, bro. Go blow that shit up and do your thing. You're not married. You were just asking the question.
Yeah.
Right. Don't do it, bro.
I have a baby mama though.
Hey, don't get married unless you're damn certain. So, you meet the girl. You didn't just drop that call, right? You meet a girl that you're so sure you ain't got to call me and ask, then just go ahead and do it without my advice, my friend. And if you end up 14 years later, divorced, you know what you do? You give her whatever it is the judge tells you to give her, okay? And you go build it again. And guess what? One day you're going to get it right, my brother. So don't worry about failing because that's part of the recipe. How old are you?
30.
30? Shit, I got underwear older than you, friend. Anyway, hey, man, hope I answered your question. I don't even know what the question was, but I'll hit you on the backside. Thanks for calling in. All right, let's go to, let's get Lee from Instagram to call in. See, I can talk to him, can't I? Let's get the haters to call in. Well, that's another show. That's Hater Shine. I want to do Hater Shine where just haters call in. But go to Instagram. No, go to Instagram. I'm not going to talk to Frankie right now. Hold on. Go to Instagram. I want to see Instagram. Where's that hater dude? Lee C 1027. Hello, Lee C 1027. Is that you, sir? Well, would you like to call in? Would you go back? That's not Lee. Lee C 1027. Would you like to call into the show or just talk smack? Oh, see, he ain't saying nothing anymore. Is that like a Where's the comments, bro? Where do they come in live? Where do they get to fix to call in live? He ain't gonna call in. Is he gonna call in or no? Lee, why don't you call in, little buddy? Leland Charles, call the number. Let's talk about this. Leland Charles. By the way, let's give him a little shine. Leland Charles, if you guys want to go talk to him, he's a positive fellow. His Instagram is Lee C. Let's see, where is it? Come on, scroller. Lee C. Dude, you get me dizzy. Lee C. 1027. Just think of Leland Charles 1027. We need to get Leland Charles on the call. Now he's probably not going to call because he's just one of those talkers, or actually here keyboard warriors. Okay, if he gets on the phone, he knows he'll be exposed as a dipshit. But I don't want to get suppressed. So hello, thank you for your questions, Leland, and your comments and your contributions, Leland. We appreciate you, Leland. All right, let's go on to somebody else now. Leland has left the building. And by the way, folks, just for you guys watching, these are what are called trolls and haters. You know what they do? They jump into people's live streams because they don't have their own live stream, and they try to throw you off with comments like go, yeah, of course we don't answer. I'm waiting for your call, Leland. Dude, can you get Leland on the call?
What's his full name so I can find him?
Lee. Just go with Lee. Scroll down, dude. There's a bunch of calls there. There you go. You find any Lees? What's your phone number, Lee? Give Instagram your phone number, Lee. Come on, dude. Where's Lee? Where's Lee? Where Lee? Actually, I want to give people advice. We can't even find Lee. If you find Lee, get his dumb ass on here. But otherwise, let's go to advice. Let's pick somebody that needs some advice. Quick. My advice to Lee is stop being a hater. Put down the haterade, brother, and pick up the Gatorade. Don't hate, congratulate. And better than that, don't hate, participate. Little chunky Leland Charles. Someone's going to report me for bullying. All right, here we go. Eric and I had a question about where to invest my money from a side business I have in addition to my full-time job. What's up? Who am I talking with?
Eric, how are you tonight?
Eric, what's up, buddy?
Good, living the dream. Not much, man.
Where are you calling in from?
So, Northwest PA.
Northwest PA. You know Leland Charles?
No, but he sounds like a fantastic guy.
He sounds like a freaking wonderful dude. I'm going to throw a party in Leland Charles' honor. What can I help you with, Eric? What BRADVICE do you need, buddy?
So I work full-time as a medic. I teach CPR on the side as a side business. It's through an LLC, the whole spiel. I've watched some of your shit on real estate in terms of like judicial sales tax and also just real estate in general. I guess my question is, because my business is picking up on the side, so am I better off throwing money at, say, judicial sale and then fixing the house up, or am I better off putting that money into turnkey and then basically turning it over to property management while I accrue more real estate?
I need you to
unless you have other advice for where to put it.
Where to put your money?
The money I'm pulling from the... Sorry.
I thought you were giving me an either or. Can I hear him correctly? Give me the question real quick.
So the money I'm pulling in from my CPR business.
Got it. Money.
I'm looking at dumping that into real estate. I guess my question is, am I better off going to, because I've seen some of your stuff on
this is where I get confused.
Stuff.
Dude, don't tell me all the reasons. This is where I'm getting confused. You said, hey, I make money from CPR side business, teaching people CPR. What should I do with that money? Should I put it into real estate?
Right.
Or Or
Well, real estate, I guess, or unless you had any other alternatives, because I know you preached about real estate a little bit.
again, you must be thinking I'm Grant Cardone, but you know, I've never preached about real estate. Although I should have been preaching about real estate because it made my buddy a billionaire. But real estate's a great investment, guys. It gives you tax advantages, it appreciates over time, it's never depreciated over time. Like, again, real estate is always the best play that I know of. Now, you can get into crypto and forex and all kinds of ways to make far better returns than you will on real estate, but they're also far riskier. So again, what's your risk tolerance?
Uh, with the side business, it's
See, now you
pretty
just said
decent.
with the side business, like, dude, brother, what's your risk tolerance? That was the question.
High.
Oh, you have a high
I
risk
don't have a
tolerance?
numerical.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Yeah,
high
like
to me.
I
I
have,
was about to say, dude, I'm in a fucking twilight zone. He just said high, but no, you meant high. You have a high toleration for risk.
yeah.
Then, buddy, listen, if I were you, I would freaking go and I would stack your cash and I wouldn't make any move whatsoever. I wouldn't invest in anything unless it was just unbelievably freaking tempting. And I would save your money, stack your cash because there's a correction coming. And when that correction comes, the people with the cash are going to swoop in and get all those undervalued assets. Trust me. Okay, when you see Warren Buffett stacking cash, and trust me, that dude's stacking cash. Why is he stacking cash?
Right.
Why is he stacking cash, bro?
Dude's got more knowledge than between you two. You guys have a whole lot more knowledge about all that shit going
Okay,
on.
so here's what I'm telling you. Stack your cash. Why? Because, dude, there's going to be opportunity, but you're going to have cash. And when I say cash, I mean the ability to buy liquidity. You know, if you can, you know, well, gold, he was talking about, you know, cash. I'm talking about any kind of freaking liquidity, valuable thing that you can trade for assets, because in the very near future, there's going to be changes in the economy. Like, for example, you know, when interest rates start to come down, okay, what do you think's going to happen? Okay.
You're gonna have more buyers get in the market, and
Okay.
stuff's
And
gonna
then the
interest or
inventory.
prices are gonna go up.
That's right. And then what happens to the inventory? It starts to get a little scarce. Well, guess what? What happens when the freaking people that borrowed money at, you know, 6% or 3% for 5 years, took little arms and variables, are now their shit's up, and their payment on their building goes from 30 grand to 88 grand. And no longer does it make financial sense. What do you think they're going to do with those properties?
They're gonna dump them.
Can't hear you.
They're gonna dump them.
Say that one more time and let's make it a motherfucking rhyme.
They're gonna fucking dump them.
They're going to dump them, dude. And the people with the cash are going to swoop in and get those assets at a freaking fraction. And, dude, you're going to be able to just literally steal legally. Now, that's just the sad truth. You know, I'll hear all the bleeding hearts. Oh, you're going to steal people's property? What a dickhead. Listen, guys, it's called opportunity. So when someone says, hey, should I buy real estate? My answer in general is always going to be absolutely, dude. You can't go wrong with real estate as long as you're willing to hold it long enough in general. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy anything right now. I wouldn't buy real estate. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin. I wouldn't buy shit. I wouldn't buy tampons. I wouldn't buy
You're
diapers.
stacking it.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm stacking cash. And when that cash gets high and everyone's like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? You just keeping that in the bank? That's stupid, dude. You should be putting that somewhere, dude. Just keep holding. And then you'll know, dude, and so will the whole world when it's time to go, thank God I got BRADVICE. Ben,
No.
we watching the finger. How so, sir? All right, buddy. Love you. Let's get old. Who we got here? You pick a good one. Frankie, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Brad? How you doing?
Dude, you're on BRADVICE. How can I help Frankie today?
Hey, Brad. So I just had a question for you. Basically, I've been growing my company for the past 2 years and 9 months. We are going to hit 10 million this year, so 8 figures, and just trying to figure out how to get to 9 figures. So I'm assuming that you're at that mark.
I don't know,
Just how
motherfucker,
you
but when
got
you
there.
figure it out, call me back and let me know how you did it.
Yes, sir.
No, dude, I'll
Fair
tell you
enough.
how you do it. You ready? You got a pen? You got a piece of paper? Or you just shooting the shit?
I always do. I'm ready to go.
All right, listen, here's how you do it. Write this down. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. You ready? Do more.
Yep.
You already know the answer. What's number two?
I don't know. Make more money.
Nope. Get better. What's
Okay.
number three? Scale. Scale.
Scale. Okay.
Okay, do more, get better, scale. What's that mean? People are going to be like, well, no kidding. Listen, dude, I'm telling you, you want to go from 10 million to 100 million? What got you to 10 million is not necessarily going to get you to 100 million. Right? You've heard that?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you got to do? Well, I'm telling you what you got to do. You got to do more, you got to get better, and you got to scale. So doing more means like how much are you marketing? How much money do you spend in marketing right now? Spend more. How many calls are you making? Make more. How many things do you do to generate the revenue you're generating? You're making $10 million. Are you managing those KPIs? Do you know how you're doing it precisely? Because if you don't, I would say get your precise analytics down as to how that money is being produced. And then do more of those things. Can I get a come out? You understand?
Come on.
You understand? Do more now.
Sir. Yes, sir. Let me ask you
about
in regards to the KPIs.
No. I got to give you my
track
BRADVICE, my friend. I got to give you my BRADVICE. I need a mute button, dude, because sometimes they don't want to stop. Hey, let me give you my BRADVICE first. Fair enough? Frankie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Don't get all in butt hurt now.
I'm not. I'm here. You don't hear me?
All right, number two. Yeah, I hear you. You hear me's the question. Hey,
I hear you.
Number two, you understand do more or not? Because again, a lot of people think, oh, he's being a smart ass. Guys, listen, if you want to double your business, do more than you're doing now. Do exactly what you're doing now, but just do more of it. It's not rocket science. They want you to think it's rocket science, so you'll buy their books and buy their consulting and buy their coaching. But guess what? It's doing more than you're doing now, dummy. That's all. You want to do if you're doing 10 million doing what you're doing, do you think if you did 10 times what you did, you would have made 100?
Yeah.
Okay, so do 10 times what you're doing. Now people are like, well, no shit. Well, if it's so simple, then why aren't you doing it? And you know what they're going to say? Well, it can't work. It can't be that simple. I'm going to try and figure out some rocket science answer that I'm never going to find, and I'm never going to grow my business. Why? Because I'm a limited thinking son of a bitch. You keep it simple, Frankie. You say, hey, I'm going to ask Brad, what's his advice on growing his company from 10 to 100, which is a good goal, by the way. So 10 to 100, you want to 10x that bitch. First bit of advice would be like, dude, 10x is my buddy Grant. You should be calling his live call-in show and asking him. And then I go, oh, wait, he don't have one. Okay? He don't have a live call-in show. I'm going to get him on this one, and we can call in and ask Brad or Grant. Everybody tag Grant Cardone and say, man, get on Brad's show. Everybody misses me and him together anyway. But, dude, you want to 10x your business. No problemo. Okay? You do more than you're doing now. You get better at what you're doing, and then you scale. Now I'm going to walk through each one because it really is the way you do it. You do more marketing. You do more phone calls. You do more. And by the way, when you do more phone calls, you're going to get more prospects and opportunities. And then those opportunities turn into sales, and those sales turn into growth, and the growth turns into more growth, and then more resources and ability to buy those resources. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you just do more. Like, did you do more today than you did yesterday? And a lot of people will go, you know what? I didn't. Okay, well, then now you're lying to yourself because guess what? You already know, bro. You already know. Hey, by the way, everybody that's like on a platform of any kind that can share this, share this. We had 5,000 people. Now we're down to 183, or I'm on the wrong platform. We got unpopular. Real quick, I pissed everybody off. It's probably Leland sending a jammer. Anyway, back to Frankie. Frankie, second one is second one is get better. Because are you training your people? Yes or no?
Yes, we do trainings every morning.
You do trainings every morning. Tell me what the 4 key ingredients for training is.
Like what we do,
Yeah.
or like what you think I should be doing?
What do you do?
I mean, we rebuttal. We listen to game film. We do like personality meetings because a lot of my guys are dry, so like we teach them like to like
And
be
you do that
personable
every
and be able
morning?
to, like mess around and talk to them.
Listen.
Every morning, 5 days a week.
Okay, well, you got to have a couple of things to make it training. Good content. Do you know the right way to do it in the first place? Yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good content. You need good content, repetition. Are they hearing the same thing over and over and over and over?
Yes, they do.
I'd really doubt that one, because if you just said you do different shit every morning.
Well, we do 5 days a week. Like we do like one thing set a
Well,
week.
when do you
it's like
start repeating it?
live
Because
calls are on
if
Monday.
you do it every morning differently, bro, there's no repetition there. Just because you do it every
Yeah,
morning
Mondays are
doesn't
game
make it
film.
repetitive. Repetitive is like saying, Billy, and then saying Bob, and then saying Ted. It becomes repetitive. Repetition would be Bob, 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 Bob. Pretty soon you fucking realize your name's Bob. See, people don't even realize, dude, when we were kids, if someone would have said your name once, you never would have known it. If when you were born, someone said, listen, we're calling this kid Frankie, and no one said it again, guess what? You wouldn't know your name's Frankie. You understand? Repetition is the key.
Yep.
So you have to go through the same content over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Then the next one is practice, and then the next one's accountability. Someone's got to inspect what they expect. But if you're doing 10 mil, bro, you're doing pretty damn good. And what'd you say? How old are you?
25.
Yeah, see, dude, you're young. At 25, dude, I was still freaking hunting chicks and blowing paychecks. Like, when I say blowing paychecks, I mean the whole fucking thing. It wasn't that big, is the point. Like, I could literally cash my check and spend it in the same day. So, at 25, you're doing 10 mil, bro. Good for you. Keep rocking that shit. But just do more of it. And then number 2, get better, dude. Train your people, train your team. If you're the boss, take leadership training. Start figuring out that you can't get to 100 million with the people you got right now, or you'd already be at 100 million. Or again, you're new. Either one. Doesn't sound like you're too new. So it means you're going to have to add people. You're going to have to scale. You're going to have to leverage technology. You see what I'm saying? And that's number 3, scale. So you do more, you get better, then you scale, and you scale by leveraging technology and people. So you have to be prepared to hire, onboard, train, and develop people. Are you ready to do that, yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then what are you waiting on, dog?
I'm going to go take your advice.
Come on! That's why it's called BRADVICE, brother. Look for the finger bend. All right, appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, buddy. You know how I really do it in real life? I hang up on people, at least they think. Like, even my wife says, why don't you ever say goodbye? And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, it takes so long, and it's just a waste of time, Okay, all right. I will. All righty, you too. Oh, okay, okay, bye. It's like I say, I'm leaving. Okay, bye. Boom, it's over. I don't want another word coming out of your mouth. Brad for president. Now, see, that's the opposite of a hater. That's a freaking champion for Bradley. I love that guy. Well, you know what's funny? Old Leland is probably Quaid. Why do you keep pointing out, inspect those chins? You want me to notice it? Like, oh, my chin?
He's still talking.
I know he's still talking. What do you want me to do? He won't call in. He's a little, what you call, hater. So let's help people that aren't hating. Let's ignore him. Haters really get angry when they're ignored. And by the way, we don't do comment questions. I guess we could. We can make an exception because I know the boss. And the boss says, hey, let's take a comment question. Are me and Grant Cardone brothers is the question from the comments. This is why I don't take comments from questions, because they're not that good. We're brothers from other mothers, okay? Grant Cardone is my brother from another mother. But we do look alike, people say, other than, the height difference and the age difference. We do talk alike a little bit because, we hung around each other for 12 years, He's copied my style a little bit. But other than that, yeah, we're similar in ways and very different in others. Okay, let's go. Pick a good one.
Yellow.
Stephen Walker, you made it in, brother man.
How you doing, Brad?
Good.
Hey, do you remember when I come to Vegas and visited you?
Stephen Walker.
I was on Dropping Bombs, number 9, brother.
Dag, dog. Are you the dude that's like,
Hey,
I forget where you're from. Where are you from again?
I'm from Kansas,
Oh, yeah. What's up, buddy? How
and
you doing?
I kind of fell off. Hey, the last time we
Dude, I got to
talked,
go
you said,
listen to
"Hey,"
episode 9.
you said hit me up when you get off the streets. Remember? You said whenever you get off the streets, hit me up. Hey,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, I wasn't on the streets just yet, but I have been since then.
Damn.
I ain't no more. I'm doing pretty well, Brad. I'm okay. I got my kids around me. I'm being a family man and whatnot, but I want to stay off the streets. You got any advice for that?
Ooh, Stephen Walker's got a good question.
I mean, I just want to. I want to stay off. You know what I mean? I'm off the streets, but I know it's just one or two choices wrong to send me back.
All right, you want to stay off the streets. And what does Brad think?
Yeah, dude. Give it to me real, dog. Don't worry about hurting my feelings because I ain't no pussy.
I will. I'll give it to you real, even if you were a pussy. Okay.
Yeah, I know you would. That's what I like, Brad. That's what I like. That's a real Brad Lee.
Yeah. In other words, like and I know that I've been on the street. There's probably a million people that wouldn't admit they've been on the street. You guys, I can read and I can hear everything you're saying. You don't need that. You don't need to. I can see it all. He held it up. Let me get back to the caller. Can I do that real quick? I don't want to go live on TikTok. TikTok needs to follow me on Instagram. If TikTok people feel like they're left out when they see these clips, well, they can get on Instagram. Because I got 2.7 on TikTok and I got 1.2 on Instagram. I want to reverse that. But anyway, so Stephen Walker, here's how you stay off the street, brother. Because I was on the street. And, I know people that came up, they're like, listen, I'm on the street. I was living in a bush. And, how do I get out of there? And I'm like, listen, I'll tell you how I got off the street. Instead of living in a bush, I just found some. What's that mean? I found me a female that had a home, right? I was homeless. She had a home. Partnership, okay? Find partnerships, And when it comes to you, if I can remember correctly, you did drugs of some kind, yeah?
Yeah, I was smoking the marijuana, and then I ended up getting on the mushrooms when I was down in Texas.
No, fuck, dude.
Yeah, but
Walker,
I'm
weed and mushrooms ain't going to put you on the streets.
Well, hey. Well, then I got a different combination of things. Then, I got something else going on. Then, Brad. No, I'm saying the last few years, like 3 or 4 years, I ain't done no dope or nothing.
See, like Steven's the type of dude you got to keep talking to. Otherwise, you're worried about him showing up to your house wanting to finish the conversation. God damn
definitely, for sure.
God dang it, we is talking.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, Stephen motherfucking Walker. All right, listen, dude.
Yeah,
how do you stay off the street? I gotta. We reminisce and bullshit another day.
Hey,
here's how you stay off the street.
I am, Brad. Man. I am, Brad. But hey, I ain't like those last callers. I ain't trying to sell you nothing.
Who was trying to sell me something?
I'm just bullshitting. No, dude, I'd sell you something if you'd buy it. You know what I mean? You try to get some swag sometime. I still got connections.
You, brother. Oh my God, dude, that guy is fucking hilarious. It makes me want to go back to Dropping Bombs episode 9 if he was on it. Dude, he is an interesting character, that guy. Personal development. Isaiah wants to know about personal development. That's right up my alley. Let's talk to Isaiah. Isaiah, you made it on.
What's up, Brian? How's it going?
Dude, if I was any better, I'd be
happy
you.
to be on the phone with you.
Thanks.
Man, all right, so working on my personal development right now.
Sounds like
I don't have a whole lot of cash.
Sounds like
I don't have a whole lot of cash flow coming in, but I'm getting by, with the help of family. And then I'm working on like the mindset
Isaiah,
and personal branding, that kind of stuff.
Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
What's your question?
I want some advice on the personal development. Because I've heard you say good quotes like, you are where you are because your mindset, your skill set,
Isaiah, I understand, bro, that you've heard some shit I said, but when I say to somebody, including you, because you're the example everybody gets to see, what's your question? And you guys don't know it. That's freaking some BRADVICE right there. Like, guys, figure out what it is you want to know before you call. You don't call just to freaking ramble and then end up getting off and then you don't get no help. So to me, it's like, dude, what do I want to ask this motherfucker on the phone? And then it's like, oh, I want to ask him, how do I get rich? Or, you know, hey, and when you start doing that, you start thinking of the story like, you know, oh, I want to find out why my girl did this and that and this happened and that happened and how do I get here and there? And it's like, where do I get? But what happens, you start telling your own story again in your head. And dude, your story's why you are where you are. You got to stop telling yourself these fucking stories. Everybody stop with the fucking stories. Okay? Ask the question. If you don't know the fucking question, that is your problem. Okay? That is your problem. Like, think, man. What do you want to know? And I'm not just talking to freaking Isaiah. I'm not beating up on Isaiah. I'm talking about everybody. Figure out what it is you want to know. Okay? And then if you get a chance to ask somebody who's done something that you want to do and you get a, you know, let's say you're in the elevator and whoever it is that you want to, you know, emulate is in there and you know, well, my brother, he came home one day and, you know, caught my wife and his dog and my brother Alex, now he was a nice guy all the way up until about 1941 when my granddaddy came home from the war, but, you know, my uncle was supposed to go to the war with my granddaddy and it's like, what's the question? You guys keep telling these stories in your head over and over and over, and it keeps you right where you are. Stop with the stories. Anyway, go ahead, Isaiah. What's your question?
Man, I just need some general life advice, and I'm trying to get better. I've taken your sales course before. I've listened to you speak at the
Here he does it
70
again.
event.
Isaiah, I love you, brother. I love you, dog, and I know you're going to make it. Listen to me. Listen to me. I know you're going to make it. You know what? Listen to me. I know you're going to make it in life. It's going to be painful along the way. You're going to curse me a couple of times for hanging up on you. But you're going to make it one way or the other, brother, because you're a fighter. All right, let's go to Mr. My Friend, Kevin Gill. What's Kevin Gill? Who's Kevin Gill? Kevin Gill, you made it on, buddy. You made it on.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Kevin Gill.
Awesome. Thank you for taking my call. My question for you, Brad, is I sent you an email before. I was in your messages.
Story.
Anyways, I'm the owner of the largest residential solar company in Canada. We would love to. Can you be our partner for Solar Canada, the face of Solar Canada?
Guys, if you want me to invest in your companies, simply send me a proposal to brad@lightspeedvt.com with your proposal or deck. Because I would love to invest in companies, but I got to look at the details, and this call ain't about details. It's about advice, and I can't give you advice. So my advice is, you want me to invest in your company? Don't call and ask that on a fucking call-in show. Send me a proposal. My email is brad@lightspeedvt.com. Can I get a come on? Guys, again, people think it's a good opportunity to talk to me because I'm doing a live talk-in show, and dude, I can't blame the guy for trying. Can't blame the guy for trying. However, it's not likely somebody's going to invest in your company from a freaking call-in show that's obviously in fun and whatnot. And so, guys, use your brain. If you really want someone to invest in your organization, take the time to put together a proposal, a deck, a freaking business plan. So when you hand it to somebody, you say, take a look at that, call me if you're interested. And if you did a good job, guess what? The real ones will call you. Okay, what you should have said, my friend, was, hey, Brad, what's your email? I want that advice. Okay, and I'd have gave it to you. And I'd have said, why? And you'd say, because I want to send you a proposal. And then when I got your proposal, let's say it was good, I'd have said, dude, that was cool. That was smart. This dude's smart. But everybody gets nervous. Everybody, thinks this is their one and only shot. And, in life, I better just close him right now. It ain't ever going to happen on a fucking live call-in show. Can I get a come on? Now, you've been hunting for a better one? Where? Erica. Let's go with Erica. Hi, Erica. Erica. Erica.
Hello.
Hi, Erica.
Hello. Yes. So my question is, oh, go ahead. Hello.
I didn't say anything. My buddy popped his knuckle.
Okay. So my question is for the young men, teenagers that are navigating today, and it's society, how social media is
She kind of
so
sounds like that.
disgusting.
She kind of sounds like that.
And
Miss
just the influence,
America
and
Pageant when she says,
for the kids
and
that don't, or the boys that don't have fathers, like, what advice do you have for those young men?
for young men that don't have fathers,
Yes, for young men navigating the world today, as it is really nasty.
I know, but when you paint the picture like that and kind of try to tell me a story, I get confused because I'm trying to follow word for word what you're saying, but then you're talking about in a world, in a cruel world, out there all alone, you know. At the end of the day, what
Yes.
what advice are you looking to ask? You're saying what advice would you give young men that don't have fathers out in the world?
Yes, that just don't have a male figure in their life.
I
And that
understand.
are
See,
just,
again, love your story, but this is the sad story I'm talking about. You're adding all this
Okay,
other
yes.
information that you shouldn't be adding. It's affecting
yeah,
your brain.
So just like, as a grown man, a very successful male, what would you tell that young male that
That don't have fathers.
needs some male guidance?
Yeah,
Yes, that
here's
needs
what I
some
would,
male
and again,
guidance.
that's a beautiful question and a great question, but that's how simple it should be. I already realize all the other
Yes.
shit you're saying, and so does everybody else. How, you know, it's a cruel world,
Okay,
and
great.
without a dad, you're more likely to end up in prison, and without a dad, you're more likely to screw up and end up a freaking goofball, freaking, you know, 28 earrings in your
Yes.
fucking eyelid and shit, you know, walking around talking about, I don't know
Sure.
what I am, but whatever I am, you better pay attention to it. You know, some whack job
Yes.
weirdo. But here's what I would say, and this is the truth. You know what I'd say? I'd say get over it, okay? You didn't need him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, people need their dad.
Mhm.
You don't need your fucking dad. You'd want your
Mhm.
dad. You don't need him. You don't need anybody. And that's the truth, okay?
Mhm.
Now, you need people when you're
Mhm.
small. If you don't have anyone to rely on when you're small, you die. You realize that?
Mhm.
An infant dies if nobody helps it. A human being infant, if
Mhm.
left alone and unaided, would perish. So
Yes.
we literally depend on people all our lives, and that's what starts to create our program, that we need people.
Mhm.
You don't need people, okay? You don't need a dad. So if you're a young man out there
Mhm.
and you're letting all these other people talk about, oh, you're going to end up in freaking prison and you're going to be bad and it's not good for you, don't even listen to that shit. Now, would it have been
Yeah.
better? Would it have been better with the dad? Oh, 100%. Is a child more likely with the dad? Oh, 100%. But you're telling me the ones that don't have one, well, they don't have a fucking choice. You don't get to go fucking pick a dad at the dad store, do you?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're without a dad. Okay, get over it. Stop fucking worrying about it. It's not going to affect anything. Yes, it increased the odds. Yes, it increased the difficulty ratio. So what? Buckle down. Okay, that's the advice I'd give them. I swear to you I would. Now, some people might go, come here, let me say that nicely. Guys, that's what's wrong with the world today. Everybody's saying shit so nicely and all half-assly that it's fucking confusing. Okay, tell people the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is young men of the fucking world, and I'm talking to your young men, God damn it. You want me to talk to them, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so here's me talking. Now, you can argue after I'm done if you don't agree, but I would say to those young men, because there's a bunch of them watching, maybe they don't have dads.
Good.
And maybe they're allowing
Good.
that to affect them. Maybe they're running that story in their head that's why they're not succeeding. Okay?
Mhm.
Bullshit. Okay?
Yep.
You don't need a dad. You want a dad. Didn't happen for you. Wasn't in the cards. Nah. Get over it. That's what I would say. Get over it. Okay? Use that as fuel to fucking succeed and show everybody you didn't fucking need him anyway. And guess what? Maybe one day he comes back and shows up. Are you supposed to be like, fuck you, I don't need you? No, give him a hug and say, where you been and why the fuck you run off, dog? What are you, a fucking piece of shit? But listen to his story. Maybe it wasn't a piece of shit. Maybe it was circumstances. Sometimes shit happens, guys. Forgive and let live. Here's what I say to these young men. Brother,
forgive, let live.
I don't even want to say I'm sorry. Why? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry they don't have dads. I wish they would have. I wish everybody had dads and moms and we ran through fields with daisies together. Okay, I wish that my dog doesn't shit in my house when I'm on this fucking thing too long. And when I get home, I didn't let it out all day. So it's just shit in my fucking house. I wish my dog didn't shit in my house too.
I just got a puppy too.
Yeah, well, guess what?
That's
I wish
funny.
puppies didn't shit in your house. I wish you could turn fucking kids off when they got too loud and annoying. You could just flip them off, turn them back on when you miss them.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not what's fucking real. Okay, sometimes, you know, dads disappear for whatever reason. Maybe mom was a bitch. Maybe mom cheated on him. Maybe frickin' he's a dick. He's a loser. He's a scumbag. He's a druggie. He's an addict. He's a fucking criminal. Like, who knows? But it ain't your fault, and it ain't gonna affect you unless you let it. You fuck. Now quit being a little bitch. Okay? You were born a fucking little kid that you're hopefully gonna become a man. And dude, I'm telling you, you don't need anyone. You just need yourself to believe in your motherfucking self and stop fucking acting like everybody in the whole world is against you because you didn't have a dad. Fuck you. Wake up. Okay? You don't need a dad. Okay? Now, if you can go repair a relationship because you were a dick or you know, it's your fault. Again, guys, don't get me wrong. Go repair all the relationships with fathers in the world. They're going to clip this up and make it look like I'm telling everybody they shouldn't have a dad. Nobody needs a dad. Fuck you. I'm not saying that shit. Okay? I'm saying something very simple. You don't have a dad. You put the situation on the guy. He doesn't have dad. These young men that don't have dads. Okay, if they don't have dads and there ain't no dad store, I wouldn't say go get yourself a new one. Why? Well, there ain't a dad store. They don't get one. Oh, well, then my next move would be, okay, so, well, you know, they're more likely. Okay, being more likely don't mean shit. Okay? I was more likely to fucking end up broke. Okay? But I didn't. Why? And I never thought I would. Why? Well, because, dude, I don't listen to the norm. Okay? And neither should you. And the norm says, without a dad, you're going to be in trouble. Dude, without a dad, you're going to be just fucking fine. Go hug your fucking mom twice as much and tell her thank you for don't fucking leaving me. Because, dude, if we're young and they leave us, we die.
Yeah.
But guess what? As soon as we get a little bit older, we can survive. You can survive, young man. Now go on out there and do it and fucking hit me up if you need a little help or guidance along the way. That's what I would tell them. Does that answer your question, Erica?
Yeah, it's just like I just say like when somebody
Hey.
you know walks out or it's just an
Now she wants to
early
contribute her opinion.
early learning lessons, you just have to let go.
That is correct. Erica, why do you ask? Do you help young men with no fathers?
I want to. I have a young boy. I have a teenager.
How would
and
you help
a
him?
younger boy. I'm doing it all on my own.
How would you help it? See, she's got a victim mentality. I'm doing it all on my own.
What was that?
Erica, you got a little bit of a victim mentality. Do you know how I know?
How?
I mean, again, you're definitely like leaning in the, hey, I'm gonna be positive and I'm gonna help, and you know, you're heading in the right direction. But I can also hear a little victim mentality because of the way you talk. And the world's gonna end, and you know how sad that is in this cruel world. And then you just said, and you're not listening, or you wouldn't be talking. And then you just, and by the way, folks, here's another rule. If you ain't listening, I'm just gonna hang up anyway. Why? Well, because dude, this ain't fucking Erica advice. It's BRADVICE. So if you don't want my advice, what are you calling in for? And if you want my advice, then what are you talking for? You can't give me my advice, can you? My dad used to say, if I want your advice, I'll give it to you.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying now.
She's negative minded.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Boys.
No, you got a little victim mentality based on how you talk, because what you said is, boo hoo hoo, these guys have no fathers. And then you just said, I'm doing it all by myself. Erica, I hate to tell you, you don't do shit all by yourself. Okay, folks, nothing is done by yourself except maybe jacking off. Okay, everything else is going to take a team.
Well, no, it's different. It's just a term. It's not.
I know, but that's the
it's
victim
definitely
mentality, Erica. I want to break you of the victim mentality, man. You're a powerful creature in this freaking universe, and it's a universe that's vibrating. Do you understand that? Everything's moving.
Yes.
Okay, you have a vibration, I have a vibration, everything has a vibration. Your fucking phone has a vibration. Fucking fatherless kids have vibrations. Okay? Everybody has a vibration. So we're going to live in a vibration world. So what you got to do is control your frequency, control your vibration. And when you're talking words, words are magical. That's why you spell them. At the end of the day, you have to watch what you say, because what you're saying is fucking painting your literal reality. So hold your tongue and quit saying limiting shit like I'm all alone. I'm doing it all by myself. It's victim.
Yeah, I can see that, how that sounds like that, definitely.
Now you're probably going to be mad at me 10 minutes after we get off the call, because you're going to be like, who the fuck does he think he is?
Oh, no.
I'm just trying to help you.
No.
Like, I want Erica to win because you... Oh, here she goes again. Erica, you know what? You know what? You know I love you. See, I can't talk when someone's talking. Like I have to overpower them just to let them know that, like, I can get louder than you. But then I think, if they're talking, they're not listening clearly. Because when I'm talking, I'm not listening. So if they're talking, I might as well shut up. And if I might as well shut up, I might as well move on to the next caller. Jason Reed, you made it on, buddy. BRADVICE, what's cracking?
Brad, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, if I was any better, I would be you.
If I was any better, I'd be twins, my friend. Quick question for you. As the consummate professional in video training technology, I am looking to already have a website.
I can't hear.
Building kind of my own brand. Would
Hold
like to know
it.
what your thoughts are,
Jason,
on the proper. Yes, sir.
Click. Hey, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Dude, don't be in danger of me hanging up on you because I can't get a word in edgewise. Start over. Say it again. Say everything you said again.
Sir, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, you need advice, right, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
What's the advice
you
need?
To know if you were starting over as a professional doing your training platform, what steps would you take to redo what you have done in the beginning in today's world?
I would do exactly what I did because it was the right thing to do. I just would have done it quicker. So my advice is hurry up, Jason. But what is it you do? You build training systems?
Well, I am in the automotive business, have been for over 20 years.
And
I am in the process of developing a website for new hire trainees to teach the basic fundamentals of the automotive industry. I
got you. So you're going to go train salespeople. You're going to be competing with the likes of Grant Cardone, Zig Ziglar, Andy Elliott, Joe Verdi, Tom Stuker, Alan Ram, Jonathan Dawson, Charlie Siegel, technically Bradley, right?
Technically.
Dude, dude, listen, there's enough room for all of you. So what advice do you want?
The advice I'm looking for is, would the light speed technology in which you have already developed.
Yes, I do.
Utilizing your platform software.
What would I do different?
What would you do differently?
Nothing.
If anything at all? And how would you invest yourself in today's world, and what kind of business plan or monetary?
Dude, you're just adding shit on, dude. I should charge you a consultant fee, dude. This is just supposed to be a simple question. Holy shit, dude. Do we need to do a consulting call?
I might as well get my worth, right?
Well, dude, listen, at the end of the day, it sounds like you want to be a trainer in the car business, or you already are. Are you making money training people in the car business, yes or no?
Not yet, no, sir.
Okay, so you're what we call a wannabe. You want to do it because you're probably pretty good. You want to help other people get better. You think you can make some money. You think you can, become a freaking, the next, Andy Elliott or Grant Cardone. I get you, dude. It's cool. And, dude, it's worth it. It's fun. I've done it. It's cool. So good for you, but you haven't started anything. So my first advice would be to start. Okay, quit worrying about light speed and how to use it. Okay, start training people right now, because you have to get your curriculum going, because when you get a system like Lightspeed, all you do is virtualize what you would have said and done in real life. So you have to do it and say it in real life in order to really understand what you were going to freaking train on and get good at it. And then you take that good content, you put it in a training system that you can then customize to each and every dealership that's out there, because everybody wants their own custom version of what you offer. Some are going to like you and some aren't. Well, guess what? You should make partnerships with all my other clients in the car business so you guys can co-swap customers. When they don't want you, sell Grant. When they don't want Grant, he'll sell you. We make this nice little thing called Skill Shop, which is within the system. And then all of a sudden, I'd freaking go out there and I'd say, listen, I realize as a manager of this dealership that I need to train my people, because trained people outperform untrained people. So what I really need to do is I need a training system. I don't need a video and I don't need a library of videos. I don't want shelf help. I want self-help. Okay? You see the difference? Shelf help is the shit that's up on the shelf that stays there. Okay? The DVDs, the CD-ROMs, and the videos. Okay? I don't want videos. I want a training system that frickin' delivers good content with repetition, practice, and accountability. Right? And then I want to go share it with the world, because it will solve their problem. Because if you're a dealership and you have a problem, or any company for that matter, and you have a problem in any area of your organization, how you fix it is you find the content that they need, because they're lacking knowledge. Something's going wrong in that department. They lack knowledge. So you get this knowledge somewhere, somehow. You get this knowledge and you apply it with repetition, practice, and accountability to that area of concern. Boom! Your problem goes away and everyone becomes what they call trained. So if you said, if I was going to go back to the car business and do it all over, what would I do again? I would have skipped the car business altogether. Why? Well, because a lot of these GMs think they fucking, it's easier to get a hold of the frickin' president of Coca-Cola than it is frickin' the general manager of fucking Fletcher Jones Hyundai. They get hit up all the time. Everybody and their dog can change their life. Everybody and their dog wants to get them to spend their money with them, put balloons on their lot. They get hit up all day long, so they're very hard to get a hold of. It took me forever and a day to break through the gatekeepers in that industry. But guess what? You're already in it. So the only thing I would advise you to do is don't be in it. And guess what? You're in it. Too late. So now the question is, what should you do in it? Well, dude, you should be the best there's ever been. Okay? Number one, and the only way to deliver training nowadays is online. Live training is not as effective, it's not as good, and it's not as cheap. So dealers are not going to pay. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do online, you can do in-person events, but that's not training, because there's no repetition and there's no accountability. All you do is show up and spill information and hope they get it, which is valuable. You get to rub elbows, have fun, get starstruck, take pictures, jack off for the frickin' day. But in reality, the learning comes with repetition, practice, and accountability. And you don't get that in a live training session, or at most live training sessions, unless it's long-term, and I don't see Grant Cardone putting on a 68-week boot camp, okay? So at the end of the day, you ain't going to learn from those live events. You're going to enjoy yourself and pick up some information and network and get excited. But to really learn and train people, you want to be able to deliver good content with repetition, practice, and accountability. And you want to put them in a community where they all interact, grow, develop, and like-minded people help each other, at least feel that way, and create what's called culture, my friend. Anyway, hope that helps. Go kill it, brother. And by the way, do you got a Lightspeed system already?
No, sir, I don't get no, sir. I'm just looking for advice right now. And
Hey,
started.
You don't need advice, brother. You need 30 grand, and I can help you. Come out.
Yes, sir.
All right, love you, man. Peace. All right, what do we got? What time is it? You're scouring for Leland, aren't you? When I'm talking to people? Of course, dude. Haters never call. The keyboard warriors, guys that are sitting behind usually anonymous accounts, they're 13-year-old kids going, check your chin. Look at the fat roll on your neck. Dude, they won't show up in person. They won't freaking get on a phone call. They're not going to kill you. They just threaten you and they hate you because they're miserable and they're sitting in their basement and their fucking mom didn't bring meatloaf. They're pissed at the world. That's why they're called haters, because they're mad, they're hating. But again, I'm with Gary Vee. He says you should just give him a hug, man. Feel sorry for him. Something's making him that way. I don't ever sit on somebody's feed and be like, fat ass, dickhead, snake oil salesman. Like, anybody that does that is like, man, give me a hug, brother. What's wrong, buddy? Dang, little feller. Give me a hug, man. Who hurt you? Let's go get him. You know what I mean? Anyway, apparently Ray Molina has been selected. Ray Molina, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, damn, dude. I like the enthusiasm and the sound of appreciation. You're goddamn welcome, Ray.
Well, thank you so much. Been waiting for like an hour, but I love it.
Paid off, and it was an hour and 18 minutes to be exact.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I have a business partner. We've been in business for 4 years.
This is a story. You wouldn't want me to hang up on someone who waited an hour to get through, would you?
Absolutely not.
Then don't tell me a story.
Okay, I need to scale my business. There's a sales guy that is a great salesman, but I don't have the salary to pay him. But he wants to become a partner with me.
Bap!
And we're trying to...
Bap, 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 bap. You want my advice?
Yes, sir.
Good salesmen don't cost you money.
Absolutely.
Good salesmen don't cost you money, brother.
Awesome.
Again, you said you can't afford to hire them, right?
I can't afford to pay a salary right now.
Dude, good salesmen don't need salaries.
And that's exactly what he told me. He just wants to partner up with me.
Yeah, just like a fucking good fisherman don't need you to pack him a lunch. Okay, a good hunter doesn't need you to fucking feed him and pack him a meal. Dude, good salesmen make money. Okay? They earn you money. They don't cost money. Everybody's got that backwards. They're sitting there, I need to hire a salesman, but I can't really scale because we can't afford to pay the guy. Dude, you don't pay the guy in fucking salary. You pay the guy in commission. And then you start to reveal which ones are actually good and which ones aren't. Because if they need a salary, it's because they can't sell anything.
Love it.
Well, I mean, honestly, dude, what product are you selling? Quick answers.
Look, I have a on-site mobile shredding business. I have 4 trucks.
Okay, so what product do you sell, real quick?
Paper destruction.
And how much is it for me?
For you?
Yeah.
For you, it's nothing, Brad. You're taking my call. For other customers, I do $125. That covers the first 10 bankers' boxes worth of documents.
Okay, and what cities are you in?
I am in San Diego, California.
Okay, so in San Diego, California, you're a business with it. If you want your paper shredded, old Ray Molina shows up, dumps up to a couple buckets worth.
Yes, sir, for $125.
Right. And this salesman, what if he went out and sold 2 a day? How much do you pay him when he sells one?
Well, that's what I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Well, what's it worth for you to sell one?
Well, it's $125 is what I charge.
I didn't say that. I said, what's it worth to you as a business when you sell one?
Well, it's priceless. It's not worth. I mean, it's what I do, so it's what I need.
The question is, what is it worth? In other words, you got a salesman paying it? Look, Ben's bored. He don't like this caller, apparently. You tired? What are you doing? You look like a fucking cowboy sleeping on a goddamn farm.
Wake up, man.
Motherfucker's got a hat over his face like he's fucking sleeping, like, let me know when this boring ass call's over. You're monitoring fucking chat rooms, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ray.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Good salesmen make you money. You want 10 of them, brother. You want 15 of them. Hire them immediately. Okay? If people need big fat salaries, it might be because if I sell a bunch of your shit and I'm really good, I'm not making any money because you ain't charging any money.
Gotcha.
You got it?
I got it. I got it. Thank you so much, Brad.
No. Listen, don't run now. I want you to understand it.
Okay.
Well, what did I say?
if I got it and if I understand.
Do you?
Absolutely, I definitely.
But do you understand what I'm saying, bro? I'm not trying to be smart ass.
No. I know you're not. I do understand what you're saying.
So what am I saying?
You're saying that I have to get a sales guy to make more money on my company. On my
No.
Good sales.
Dude, listen, that's not what I said. I'm saying you asked the question, Brad, I can't afford to hire these guys. He wants equity in my company. You were about to say, hey, should I give him some equity or should I do this? Dude, listen, first of all, I want everybody and you to specifically to understand. Here's my advice. Don't hire salespeople that require salaries, okay? Because if you do, you're not going to get very good ones. Or you might get a good one, but you're, in other words, like I never got a salary in my whole fucking life as a salesman. Actually, I take that back. I did once. I got a salary and commission, but I got less commission and I didn't have the choice because it wasn't an option. I'm one of the best salesmen in the world. Do you understand? And I swear to God, anybody that freaking hears what I'm saying, including Yahshua himself, bring me the person that's better than me at sales and closing so we can have a freaking competition. I think I'm that good. And here's what I'd tell you. I wouldn't need a salary to come sell your shit if, pay attention, if I could actually make a living by selling it. In other words, if I went out and sold and broke records and I made $88 on your pay plan, you'd never get me and you must pay a salary now. And that's not a salesman, that's an order taker, okay? And it's not a salesman, so don't call him a salesman. If you're paying them a salary, dude, they're more than likely not a salesperson. And in your case, because of the price model, it's only $125. I mean, I need to sell a lot of those, even at 100% commission. What commission are you paying?
Well, I don't have anybody yet. I don't have a sales
I know. What commission are you planning on paying?
Well, I was thinking 25% of each sale.
Okay,
but that's not the only thing we sell.
So 25% of 125, how much is it? Quickly.
What do we got?
You see, you got to do the math.
What is that, 30 some bucks?
Yeah, it's probably 30 some bucks. I don't know. I got a fun calculator. I should have made it easy. Okay, you're paying 25% on 100, let's say. Put 25 into a pack. Put it in a pack. So now it's 100. Okay, so you owe them $25 to sell it. Well, how much does a salesman need to make a day? A good salesman or a decent salesman should be making at least $300 a day, or come work for me. Because, dude, if they're working for you and they sell the shit out of it like nobody's business, and they don't even make $300, then your pay plan's screwed up. You need to pay them more. And by the way, you could pay up to 100% of the first month because you're charging $125 a month. So an account isn't worth $125 to you. An account is worth whatever they stay for. So if I'm giving you $125 a month for a year, now you can pay me $500 up front. Now your problem isn't salespeople, it's capital, because how are you going to pay me in advance? Well, it's called you raise debt. Now, I don't want to get too far into it right now because it sounds like you're just starting out. So here's what I'd say. Go get your beak wet, okay? Go start selling shit yourself and see if it sustains you. If it sustains you, then let's move on and get some salespeople involved. If it can't sustain you, it can't sustain a salesman. Can I get a come on?
Come on, baby. Love it.
I saw a 407 area code. Go scroll down until you see a 407. 407 area code. Keep going. 407 right there. Is that my number? What's that? Oh, it's a terminated call. 407-733. All right, here we go. I'll take one more. Are we having fun? If we're not having fun, how many viewers we got? We losing viewers? What are we doing? Couple hundred there, couple thousand there. We're the one with the 5,000. I like the 5,000 platform. Which one was that? Oh.
We have about 300 right
I know, but that's lame sauce. All right, one more question. I'll pick it. Yeah, scroll.
Lacey said that she sent you her resume, or
Who?
Lisi.
Where?
Lisi emailed you my resume.
Oh, good. Love your resume, my brother. All right. I guess we're out of questions. Oh, no, we got hundreds of questions. All right. Scroll and randomly pick one.
All right. And
Last question, folks. Last question of the night. You're on BRADVICE. Hello.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me, Brett?
Yes, I can, my friend.
Brett, it's your boy Cheers World. How you doing, Brett?
It's who?
Awesome. So, quick question, Brett. I had a nice bag this month.
Hey, you got to speak up, son.
Okay. I had a nice bag this month, 6 figures. Thank you, Lord. And I want to know how to move the money, where to put the money. I know you said save the money, stack the money, but you know, if you just hand somebody $50,000, they won't know what to do with it. I'm wondering what advice you have.
Almost sounds like a prank call, but I'll answer you because if you just got a fat bag, first of all, I'd raise your thinking because 100K ain't fat. That's like a nice bag. It ain't a fat bag. Fat bag, 7 figures. Okay, so 100K, nice little chunk of change. Here's what you do with it. You stick it in the bank and you save it because there's a correction coming. And those with the cash will be able to win like nobody's business. Stack your cash. Do not do anything with it unless it's unbelievable. I wouldn't invest in anything right now. Why? Because I need cash. I need capital. Cash. A lot of times you'll hear cash is trash. Well, this isn't one of those times. Right now, cash is king. Why? Because pretty soon, brother, there's going to be some pain and suffering. And during those pain and sufferings, especially if certain people are elected, by the way, but it's going to happen no matter who's elected. Pain's coming, correction's coming. And when it comes, those with the cash are going to be able to win big. So if you invest now and then the time crashes and you don't have the cash, who's buying your asset? Nobody. Now you're not even liquidatable. You're screwed, bro. You're screwed. So I would say don't do anything with your cash. Put it in the bank and wait and keep your eyes peeled. And when the market corrects and the real estate starts to drop, there's going to be deals everywhere, bro. And then you put that money into real estate, dog. Real estate. Now, if you got a high risk tolerance, well, then I'd start looking at how to do a little bit of frickin' cryptocurrency, little frickin' shit coins, little bit of frickin' forex.
Well, I wholesale houses, so I was thinking.
Again, I'd keep wholesaling houses while you're doing it. Why? Because that's how you stack cash. But you want my advice, my BRADVICE, my last piece of advice for the evening before I go smoke a big fat Monte Cristo #2 and dream of someday Leland Charles, little chubby Leland, calling me on the phone and having a conversation. Mano y mano. You know, a lot of people think mano y mano means man to man. You know what it means? Anybody? Hand to hand. Hand. Anyway, so my brother, I would say stack that cash, dog. Don't blow it. I know when you get 100 grand and you got a little fat sack and it starts to burn a hole in your bank. It's like, dude, what do I do with it? Do I get a Corvette? Should I go open a business? What should I do? Everybody wants me to do all this shit. Should I give it to Brad? Should I give it to this course? Should I go to university? Should I buy a house? Should I flip a car? No, dude. You should stick it in the bank and hold on to it because so many more opportunities are coming, but you're gonna need cash. So I would hold on to it, big dog.
Come on.
All
right.
Clicky. All right, buddy. Hey, let's go to the comments real quick. Let's take a few from the old Instagram comments. Unfortunately, we can't get Leland to call. Should I give Leland my personal phone number? Let's read. Cash Daddy Payne. That's right. Why do you think a crash is coming? Matt, come on, brother. You already know. And I didn't say a crash is coming. I said a correction is coming. Okay? Yeah, I wouldn't buy stocks either right now. Hell no. Ashley Malin's in the house. Let's go with what else we got. Let's go. Who the fuck is Leland? Leland is the hater. Lee C 1027. Everybody go send him some love. He was making some real rude comments. He's what you call a hater. And by the way, Lidor, sometimes, because you know I am always aware of everything that goes on, even though it doesn't seem like it. And you go, oh my God. I'm thinking like, dude, do we get a bomb threat? Do I need to run? Like, what are you guys doing over there?
We're just.
I know you're ahead of me 1 or 2 comments, but you're only sharing it with each other. You always share it with the frickin' man in danger first. You don't show Ben that someone said, I got him in my crosshairs. By the way, imagine, you know, when you put yourself out there like this, the public, you have to be prepared and ready to take some shit from people. A lot of people ain't gonna like you. A lot of people ain't gonna agree with you. But more importantly, there's some crazy ass people in the world that show up at your house at midnight. And guess what? You better have a black belt in Ching Ching Pow. Ching Ching Pow. You got a black belt in Ching Ching Pow, you're safe. Why? Because they show up, Ching Ching Pow. Problem solved. So, anyway, you and John Sarasani should do a boxing match for a fundraiser. Who would win? Dude, John Sarasani's a pretty big motherfucker. You know, I don't know. Does he know how to box? Let's ask him real quick. Let's ask him. I'll say, John! Hold on. Call John Sarasani.
Calling John Sarasani.
I think he might. I think he might win if he knows how to fight real well. He's got the size on me. What's that? Well, dude, I mean, you know, he ain't a trained fighter, I don't think. Dude, he's probably right in the middle of a hand of blackjack.
Hello, you've reached the cell phone of John. Please leave a message and I will get back to you. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, John. Brad Lee, how you doing, man? There's a whole bunch of people on TikTok talking shit about you, bro. Hit me back as quick as possible. It's your boy Brad Lee. You know my number, okay? Call me back quickly, my friend. Quickly. It's an emergency. I'm joking, dude. Somebody asked if who would fight between me and you, and I'm like, he's got the size. Let's get him on the phone. I don't know if he knows how to fight, though. I mean, if you have no idea how to fight, then I'd probably give him a little whooping. But, dude, have you guys seen John Sarasani? Yeah, he's a big old motherfucker, dude. Like, if he knows how to fight, too, dude, I don't want to box him. You know, I might get my ass whooped. But anyway, I figured I'd get you on the phones. I'm on a live call-in show, and I figured we'd just settle it right here, right now. But they want me to do a celebrity boxing match with you. You know, maybe we get into a celebrity boxing match. Winner take all! I don't know, buddy, who didn't answer. Next. Let me get the rest of these comments. I like these comments almost better. I know. Caleb says, don't be a pussy. Brad, bring me on the team. Albert, let's go, man. Apply for the team. I'm hiring like a son of a bitch. If you guys want a job, man, go to Bradley.com. No, shit, I don't even know. Go to, I got a link somewhere. Or go to Bradley.com and hit work with me. Brad, let me know when you're in Nashville. Oh, I will. Is Leland Charles in Nashville? Oh, Lordy, me and Michael Chandler will come see you. Next. All right, here we go. How to plan to become a millionaire? Dude, you already made the plan by saying, how do I make a plan to become a millionaire? Okay, you make a plan to become a millionaire by saying, I'm going to be a millionaire. That's how you start the plan. You don't question it ever. You know you're going to be a millionaire and you plan by starting with, I'm going to be a millionaire. That's the first thing you do. Then second thing you do is you freaking start to figure out, how am I going to solve problems for people? Because to become a millionaire, all you have to do is help people solve problems. If you can help people solve problems, brother, I'm telling you, you're going to freaking be in a much better situation and you're going to guarantee yourself millions of dollars in revenue. So, step one, okay, know that you can do it, make a decision to do it, and then step two, find out how you're going to do it, which is essentially some way to help somebody. All right, Leland. He does his research, so he's like, you know, I live at your house, Brad. Oh, okay. Um, now he's fighting with my guests. Come on, Leland. Leland. Lee C 1027, man. I wonder where that guy lives. I know, but you can't give them any attention. You give haters attention, then everyone starts hating, so they get attention. Next thing you know, you turn into a big hate fest. You just ignore the haters, man. I'll bet you anything he thinks I'm good looking, and he's probably a little bit pissed because his wife does too. Right now, he's thinking, dude, this Brad's a good looking man. I mean, if I was gonna be gay, I'd probably be gay for him. All right, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, people. How do I grow my biz from 800K to 5 million? Dude, I mean, again, drain cleaning business, there's a lot of ways to do it, man. Email me and we can talk more. That's a long answer. Brad, buy or rent? Buy. Right now, if you're renting, stay renting, put your money away and stack your cash. But between buy and rent, like over long term, buy all day long. Woo-hoo. All right, guys, I think it's 7:18 and I got to have a cigar and a steak before I go hit the gym so I can get my neck in shape so Leland won't hate on me next time. Thanks for watching, fellas. Peace out.